All right, excellent. Let's keep going. Let's create a couple of pieces of data. All right, so instead of find here, let's create something. Let's say user model dot create. Create behaves like the insert. Right? Again, I had mentioned that this is perhaps the biggest difference, right, between the APIs and what you would type in the console. But it uses the same thing. It uses an object, right? And you can say here's a username, and we'll create Dan, and first name Dan, and last name Brown. So this create is going to do the same thing. It's going to do an insert into a database, and then we can have a then is going to come back with the actual object that was inserted. Right, so that we can see even the ID that was generated. Right, it'll come back with whatever was inserted in the database. Right, so here's the document that was inserted. Will come back to us, and we can just spit it out in the console. Right, so let's run that. Okay, there it is. So Daniel Brown. Notice the ID that was generated plus a version _ v version. Right, so mongoose keeps track of the version of objects that it has inserted. Right, so it can keep track of, oh, I'm managing this object, from the application. This was not created from the console. Right, this was created from the application. Right, so it keeps its own internal things. Yes, and if we do a find, we do a user model dot find, then users, we can display all the users. And let's comment this out. So if we run this, presumably we're going to retrieve all the 3 objects, right? The 2 that we had inserted in the console, plus this new one that we just inserted from the command line, from the application.